Hello everyone. In today's class, we will discuss about long answer questions which are given in our NCERT back page from end of the chapter. We already discussed about MCQs and short answer questions of this chapter. Now we are going to learn about what are the long answers and how we can write, what should we write in each and every long answer questions. Let's begin with our very first topic, that is how would you characterize business environment. First of all, you need to write what is business environment and then you need to write characteristics of business environment. Then you need to explain with the examples difference between general and specific environment. Okay, let's begin with our answer. First of all, you define what is business environment. Business environment is generally refers to the external forces to the organization which can be impact or which can affect to your organization how to grow or how to grab an opportunity or what is the threat. You need to define all kind of stuff here. Then you need to decide what are the basic characteristics of business environment. See, first characteristic is aggregate of external forces. Yeah, my dear friends, business environment is generally deal with external forces of the organization. Okay, like individuals, consumers, government, legal, etc. Interrelation. Business environment is generally interrelated or it will impact to the directly different organizations, different departments are closely related to each other. For example, an increase in income of consumers increases the demand of consumers. एज इन अगर आप ज़्यादा पैसे कमाओगे, आपके पास ज़्यादा अर्निंग्स हो रही है तो आपके पास खर्चे भी ज़्यादा होंगे. आप अलग अलग एरियाज देखोगे, मेरे को कहाँ कहाँ पर खर्चे करने हैं, कहाँ कहाँ पर स्पेंड करना है. इट ऑल डिपेंड्स ऑन दैट. नेक्स्ट इज एवर चेंजिंग और यू कैन राइट हियर अ डायनेमिक इन नेचर. बिजनेस एनवायरमेंट्स आर dynamic in nature, like you can change or you can't save or you can't stay on the same strategy or policy. You have to change each and every kind of strategies or policies as per the environment suitable to you, as per the requirement you want, as per the customer you want. It all depends on situation to situation, circumstances to circumstances. Next is dynamic and ever changing in nature. Consumer tastes and preferences, technology, government rules and policies keep changing continuous manner. Next is uncertainty. Yes, my dear friends, business environment is a totally uncertain situation, as we don't know what policy of government or what new technology or what new custom will bring into the market which can impact my organization. As in, you don't know what kind of new technology came into the market, what kind of customs, what kind of trends has been changed, what are the customers' preference has been changed. So it is totally uncertain. You can't rely on the environment that it is fixed and it will be applicable on lifetime manner also. Next is complex. Initially, business environment should be separately observed, separately managed, then it became too easy. But when we saw an impact of business environment as a whole into the organization or as a whole into the industry, then it will become a complex nature, as in it will impact multiple different departments or dimensions or segments to the organization. Business environment is the aggregate of different interrelated and dynamic forces. It becomes difficult and complex to understand. For example, all political, social, economic, technological and legal matters affect the performances of the organization simultaneously. It can affect the organization. See this, you need to write this also, that in individual effect these are easy, but in cumulative effect or aggregate effect they are quite difficult to understand. Next is relative. As we already discussed about that business environment is related to different segments, different articles, different products we are building, different dealings in different environment we are doing the job. They all deal with the relative concept. Like if you are making a product for particular custom or particular trend, that whenever the festival come or whenever the occasion come, I'll make the product only. It should be a relative concept, that you are focused on the particular thing, that is particular timing or particular season to came to grow your business. Now the other part of our question is, that is part 2. Part 1 was that what are the characteristics of business environment. Now this is the part 2 of our question. Part 2 asks about what is the difference between specific and general forces to the environment. My dear friends, a specific environment generally deals with the specialization or specific areas of directly which are directly impacted to the organization, but the general environment deals with it impact not only to the only a single organization, it will impact to the whole industry in the whole manner, in the whole economy also. So here you need to understand that a specific environment refers to those external forces of the organization that affect an organization directly. They are the forces, they are specific to a particular organization or company. For example, change in taste and preferences of consumers towards the products of a company will impact the specific environment, specific change in the organization. Next is, on the other hand, general environment refers to those external forces that affect all the organizations. It will affect only a particular organization, and it will impact, general forces will impact all the organizations or all the industries, like government policies changes or change in technology or any change in tax rates. They all come under the general environment or general forces of the business environment. Clear? Let's come with our next question. How would you argue that success of a business enterprise is significantly influenced by its environment? Now you need to write here that why our business environment is get influenced or it gets impacted with the organization goals or with the government policies, rules and regulations. So you need to write about its significance in the organization. First of all, first mover advantage, as in whenever you adapt the business environment on an early basis or you can form or you can adapt changes, then you will get the best advantage. Like in case of we already discussed about the sanitization products or mask products due to corona. If you are getting the or manufacturing the products related to these, then you will get to earn high profits. But if you are thinking and you will start your this kind of business sanitization after 2 or 3 months of corona or lockdown or pandemic, something like that, then my dear friends, there are many competitors which can get the benefit, already getting the benefit. Now there is the least scope for you. So you will get the first mover advantage. Next is, you will get the early warning signals. Early warning signals or emergency signals. As in, you will get to know that whenever your product is going down, now you are going that my dear friends, we had to do something like बॉस ये अपना ग्राफ सेल्स ग्राफ नीचे जा रहा है, प्रोडक्शन ग्राफ नीचे जा रहा है, हमें अपना प्रोडक्शन बढ़ाना पड़ेगा, हमें हमारे वीकनेसेस, वी नीड टू आइडेंटिफाई आवर वीकनेसेस, आवर स्ट्रेटजीज एंड we need to get a bounce back or we need to get a restore our cost of production also. So this is also giving you a significance of analyzing a business environment. Next is helps in tapping business resources. It helps to know about the resources, what kind of resources you are using, what kind of resources as well as we can manage, as well as how resources are used, or is it applicable to each and every product or each and every resources like land, labor, capital and machine also. We need to understand about all this kind of stuff. Next is assisting in planning and policy formulation. Yes, our business environment helps into formulate our policies or plans so that we can give our best, or we can change our existing policies if it required. We can adapt it in as soon as possible. Helps and image building. For reputation, it deals with, as in, due to the business environment, you can you can build your image, or you can create an image in the whole organization, in the world economy also. As in, just like if anyone got the vaccination of corona at a first time, then he will be respected, he will be get a reputation that only that kind of scientist or this kind of country is able to find the vaccination of corona. It all depends to deal with the image building. Improvement in performance. As you analyzing the weaknesses and loopholes of the organization as well as loopholes of the strategies, then my dear friends, अगर आपको ये पता है कि आपने कमी कहाँ पर करी, गलती कहाँ पर करी है, उसको रिकवर करना उतना ही आसान होता है जितना उसको, अगर आप उसको, आपको पता ही नहीं कि अगर आपकी कमी क्या, आपकी गलती क्या, आपकी मिस्टेक क्या है, तो आप उसको कभी रिकवर ही नहीं कर पाओगे. बट वेन एवर यू गेट योर मिस्टेक, now you can try to remove your mistakes or loopholes or weaknesses in the organization, so it will bring performance and capability structure for your organization. Next is helps to adapt rapid changes. Rapid changes means it deals with the dynamic nature, that whenever you require to change or whenever you require to adapt changes, you have to change. You have to change the technology, you have to change the preferences, you have to change a brand logo or brand design. It all depends on the, whenever it is required, you need to change all kind of stuff. Next question is, explain with the examples the various dimensions of business environment. This is already done in our short answer questions. Next question is, what economic changes were initiated by the government under the industrial policy, or what impact have these changes made on the business and industry? In this question, we need to write about what are the changes formed in the NEP, New Economic Policy 1991, as well as what's its impact on the business also. So let's begin with the introduction of industrial policy. First of all, abolition of licenses. Initially, they abolished the licenses and reduced it to the 6 companies. Now, only 6 companies are allowed to give licenses. Then, de-reservation. Public sector enterprises reduces to the private, reduces its investment or reduces it or diversify their investment into the private sector enterprises. They gave all the companies to the private hands except 3 to 4 companies which they kept under the private organization or the government organizations only. Next is augmentation of production capacity. Means government allowed that you can free to build or produce, or you can free to free up the product as in whatever the quantity you required. आपको जितनी क्वांटिटी बनानी है आप बनाओ, हमें कोई मतलब नहीं है. बट 1991 से पहले हमें मतलब था, आप सिर्फ इतनी ही क्वांटिटी प्रोड्यूस कर सकते हो. Right now you can produce n number of quantity, n number of products for your organization, as well as you can set the prices also. Freedom in importing capital goods. While using the liberalization and globalization concept, you are free to deal with the import and export of the organization. You can sell your products outside the country as well as you can buy the products from outside the country also. Next is reforms in small scale industries. Yeah, it will give reforms to small scale industries, that you can reduces taxes, or you can reduces the cost, or you can make an investment, or you can give a job opportunities, some kind of reforms given to the small scale industries. Next is disinvestment, as it was public sector enterprises were sold or transferred to private sector. Next is FIPB, generation of FIPB, Foreign Investment Promotion Board, to measure and to manipulate and to manage foreign investors, their stake, their transactions between foreign investors and Indian investors. This all kind of stuff we have to maintain, or we have to recognize with the new economic policy framed for these kind of features only. Now, what does that impact on the organization? Impact we had already discussed about, that it will increase competition. These impacts are already discussed under the short answer questions. Increased demand, change in business policies, technological changes, need for trained personnel. Okay, these already discussed in our short answer questions. And the last question is, what are the essential features? This is also discussed in the our short answer question. So my dear friends, we had completed all the questions of the NCERT of chapter 3rd, business environment. From next class onwards, we will start from our new topic, that is chapter 4. Clear? Thank you.